Welcome, my dear viewer. In this episode, we're going to shape the snout and round off the head more. So, what parts you've created before? Your two cylinders and your foam squares. We will need these. Then, again, hot glue gun, suggestible but not needed. And some cutting utensils. After you've made sure that this fits on this, like this in there, you will put some hot glue in there, preferably one entire stick. Okay, if you poured in a lot of hot glue, you're going to bend, like I said before, this like this, and make it this smaller cylinder, and make sure to have the two seams that they overlap. What I mean is that from the inner of the cylinders, the seam overlays with this, so it's both here, and this is going to be on the back of the head. Means your nose and everything has no seam going through, because tell you that's a bit painful. Just let that dry for a little. First part, the snout. So you have your two cubes preferably, and first off, opposite of the seam, glue down one square. I just want to check out one part. The sizes, this is going to be around 25. So from the middle to the top to down, yeah, that works perfect for mine. Put this on here. Don't. Just small. Can I put hot glue on the second square and put it on top? I think we're back. So, after we got this shape of the snout, you want to start shaping it up. So, how are you gonna do the snout? Is basically you first off get these corners on both sides and on the top, not on the bottom, since that needs to be straight and cornered and flush. Then something like this should be. Then you need these corners off, so you can give it a whole roundness. That's his snout design. You could say it's quite simple, but yeah, it's funky. Then after you get those whole corners, you can cut off the smaller ones, like all the bigger corners, until you have something that's resembling roundness, like this. Then in the other axis, make it a bit more round, as you see, so that no big corner stands out like you see on the top there on the snout. See this whole ass corner. Not to forget, if there's any axes and stuff, just shave it all off, and do not cut your finger. No, it's painful. Then I noticed it was not big enough, so I scrapped together quickly a square, you could say, out of a triangle from before. Just glued this together, because reusing old parts is better than just cutting it out, but you can, if you feel like it, just cut it out, your foam roll, so it's a little easier. Whilst I was drying, I cut off a bit more, little here, little there, as always, since I want it to be perfect. You can also, with your finger, just rip off pieces, but that's creating little engravements, like little balls, which is odd. Then, after you feel like it's dried, you can glue it on top, the snout. You can now either wait or just continue. I mean, you can't cut the square itself, but like around it. But don't burn yourself by dripping glue. After it's dry, you can of course start the main corners until it is shaped round, and then make it all just flush. So a little problem I noticed with mine, I had these holes, and if you now would glue the fur over it, see, there's these two pieces that I glued on there, on the left and the right. If I wouldn't have glued them on there, see how this laps off? If I wouldn't have glued that, there would be like floating pieces of fur, which I don't like. See here, you can see way better. We're just looking for random pieces. Ah, yeah, this fits, yeah. And then glue it on, so there's no kinds of encavings. I think it's called a convex. So after you are satisfied with your snout, don't forget to draw in the eyes so you can get more references to the yellow bunny or rabbit. My IRL me is going to continue. So the next part would be getting this way more round. You can do that by from previously taking this, and basically wrap that around here. Make it a little thinner. Yeah, then careful. Then going to this is getting not sharp anymore. I'm gonna replace this. Now you see the difference with an actual sharp blade. So better, scarier. Oh yeah. Now should have this rounded off piece and lots of glue gun, lots of these lines. You will possibly need them later. Here's a YouTube short where I explain a really easy way to store foam. Very suggestible to watch, mostly if you waited this far. Now this wraps around, you see, giving him way more roundness. It's, I guess, one secret of my cosplay that people don't know. It's also like round. No, that's not just it. So they basically like that. I'm gonna basically this piece. This is an edgy, a hard place to cut. Now you'll be able to hear or not hear that my microphone died. Happens, forgot to charge it. It's a long recording anyways. So what you want to do is you round it off, then you put it on. You measure how big, like how long you need it, cut that off, make it of course all rounded off, glue, in good square pattern to have the corners off so it doesn't fly off, and then an X. And then just stick it on there. IRL me continues. You want to glue this down in a way so it adds up to the roundness of the head. Can you make sure that this space over here is done well? So now, after you glue down your strip, should look like this. Now it's good, I would say. It's very resembling to this. Now the next step would be the ear holes. See, ear holes. Not cutting them out yet, because I just want to be sure that that fits. Now on the inside, what we are going to do with this one, the new version, and that's what I thought of that would make this even more accurate. So what I'm basically doing is cutting the inside dome a bit shorter, so it's like 2 fingers lower than the outside, and then basically bending it a 90-degree curve to the side, giving it roundness shape thing. And then bend this like this around. Now to put all my yapping aside, which I normally did in this cut, I quickly just tested if it works. Yeah, it did. Then put glue and then clamp it shut, and then said like you can also hold it with your hands, but then you have to wait and hold it the whole time, which is annoying, so I'd recommend clamps. Now by bending it instead of shaving it, it should give it more structural improvement and look better, more curvy, more smooth. What we do like. I then simply just glued it more on, clamped it shut, glued, shut, glued, shut, the whole time. Good. Now basically the foam laps around this, like goes like this, which is something we want, you see? Way curvy and smooth. You have to clamp this down and wait until it is dry, and then you glue it on, put a clamp on there and wait until it's dry, and then you put another glue clamp, and then you're done. Let's go! And you got your somewhat headpiece, yeah? Yeah, the only important part is on the side view you need this weird ass thing with it. So what I'm talking about is you have to shave this weird ass curve he has for his funky little jaw. Yeah, he looks fine. Like, I'm happy with this. Now there should be the next episode. See you there. If not, if the video hasn't released yet, give it some time, activate that bell, check out my Patreon for some behind the scenes and bloopers, and it was nice having you here, and good luck on your cosplay.